Good morning, family. Welcome to day 16 of our live 28-day gratitude practice. Today is Sunday, April 5th, 2020. How y'all feeling after, was yesterday intense for anybody other than me? How y'all feeling after yesterday? Apparently there was a major conjunction yesterday between Jupiter and Pluto. Um, Saturn was also involved in that, or has been involved in that alignment. And so I was experiencing some intense emotional stuff yesterday, and it wasn't until later on in the day I got on social media and seeing different posts related to what was going on astrologically, which prompted me to go look it up and see what was going on. So I guess I wasn't surprised to discover that there was such an intense astrological alignment going on yesterday, or planetary alignment is a better statement. Um, but yeah, the experience that I had yesterday, I guess I'll share a little bit about my experience post magically heal your relationships was yesterday's practice. So I did that practice, um, and she spoke in the chapter about um, just how surprised you'll be to see the magical, um, not coincidences, but just the things that line up after you do the practice. And I was pleasantly surprised. It the practice itself um, uh, promoted, I should say, some contact from my father yesterday, who I haven't spoken to in a while. Um, and funny enough, yesterday I was working on reorganizing my bedroom and still kind of unpacking some stuff. Like I said, I moved a few months ago. Um, and I also found a letter from, like, not a letter, like a long letter, it's like a note from my father that I hadn't seen in a really long time. And then I get a text message from him like a couple hours later. And I was like, oh, the text message, uh, it was short and sweet, but it was um, a pleasant surprise. So curious to know, have you all been seeing any results from doing any of the practices, things that surprise you pleasantly, unpleasantly? Because sometimes a part of this process, I saw a statement yesterday that said, nobody ever tells you this, but sometimes the healing is more painful than the wound. And I found that to be true. Actually, one of my gratitudes this morning speaks to sort of the uncovering of a discovery that I made, and how the uncovering of that allows for the healing of it. So I guess I'll go ahead and what I have not done. And I've already been talking for 3 minutes. If you are not already a subscriber to the channel, please hit the subscribe button and become a subscriber. It's never too early, it's never too late to hit the thumbs up button on the video. Please be sure to share this love with your family and friends. Share it on your social media. Share it through text message. Share it through email. Share. There's so many different ways to share information these days. Pick a couple and please share. I think it's very important for us to focus on positive things right now because um, uh, it's important. It's very important right now. So I said I was going to get into a few of my gratitudes that I wrote out for this morning. So if you are new, this is your first time watching any of these videos, a little explanation for what goes on here. We are practicing 28 days of gratitude as outlined in Magic by Rhonda Byrne, an excellent book to add to your library. You can get it on Amazon or pretty much any website that sells books. I also have a digital copy of this book that I'm happy to share with you, so that you can follow along. But the way that this particular exercise or practice is designed, I read a chapter aloud to you every single day, at least one chapter every day. So you don't necessarily need the book. You can listen to me if you like. So that's the way this whole practice is designed. It's if you've never done this before, it's a really good idea to go back to the very beginning. There's a prep video for this practice. It'll ask you to sort of outline some things, some goals, some wishes before you start the practice, because the whole intention of this practice is to amass energy, and use it productively, put it toward some major aims and goals. So that's how this whole thing works. And then every single day we write out our 10 gratitudes. And it's usually done first thing in the morning, and they're written out in a specific way. And I'll demonstrate that for you by sharing with you all a few of my gratitudes for this morning. So let me find where to start. Um, da, 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 da. Okay, I'll start with the first one. I'm thankful to have heard from my father yesterday, finding a letter from him, which I already shared the story with y'all, because it verified some of the clearing that I'd done yesterday. Um, Doing practices, and y'all tell me if you find this to be true in your own experience as well. But what I find is that a lot of times I'll be led to do one practice, which will sort of inspire me to consider or start researching something else that may seem to be completely unrelated, or sometimes it does seem to be related, but it's like a tangent, and that tangent will lead me to another place, and I'll find myself discovering new ideas, new practices that are related to maybe where I started, but I find myself with this great, expansive understanding far beyond what I originally intended. And so yesterday I found myself just being present with and being obedient to my spirit when it led me, okay, now you did your gratitude practice for today. Go ahead and do this particular energy exercise, or whatever it may be. But it led me to also doing some clearing yesterday. Sometimes we carry old programs because, right, we're basically like computers. Our minds are, um, and oftentimes in carrying that old baggage, that old programming, we don't have space for new programs, right? The new aspirations, that we have for our lives, the new desires and new goals. And sometimes that very thing, the old programming, is why we don't see things manifesting for us sometimes as quickly as we would like for them to show up. So it is so important to observe the self, and figure out, okay, what are the ways of thinking, what are the ways of being, what are the old thinking habits, what are the old doing habits, that don't serve my life anymore. Why am I still doing those things, and what can I afford to get rid of in order to create space in my life for the things that I do desire, the things that I do want. And so I was just really thankful for that clearing yesterday. And then actually hearing from my father, it just verified for me that I was obedient, and I was doing what I was supposed to be doing, because this spiritual work is it's so subtle. Sometimes I find myself wondering, did I do that right, or did I hear that right? And sometimes you need those verifications along the way to say, yeah, you did exactly what you were supposed to do. Good job, good job. So I'm always grateful to get those confirmations. So the second of my gratitudes that I'm going to share for this morning, I was so proud of myself. I did. all of my laundry yesterday. Washed, folded, put away. And so I'm thankful for that because that level of organization honors me, honors my home, it honors my daughter. So I was really proud of myself for that yesterday. Um, I'm grateful for self discipline because it enhances my life quality. I'm thankful for self observation because it enhances my life quality. I am grateful for love and kisses from Dolly because she reminds me that I'm not alone. I thought about it yesterday, and especially with this quarantine happening. Um, I was reminded there are a lot of people who live like literally alone by themselves, no children, no nothing, just by themselves, and how lonely of a time this really must be for some people. And I have the luxury of having a kid. Some of the conversations I've been hearing and seeing and even participating in have been around, having this 24-hour, 7 day a week, having the kid, and children require so much attention, and they are so full of energy, that can get a little overwhelming sometimes, but it's actually a blessing. So those are a few of my gratitudes for this morning. Let's go ahead and jump into day 16 of our 28-day gratitude practice. After this one, we're going to have like 12 more days, y'all. Um, it's all good. It's all good. So, Magic and Miracles in Health is the name of today's practice. Miracles are not contrary to nature, but only contrary to what we know about nature. St. Augustine, 354 to 430, theologian and Catholic bishop. All right. We should feel healthy, energized, and full of happiness most of the time because that is how it feels to have our birthright of full health. The reality, however, is that a lot of people don't feel this way very often, if ever. Well, many people are dealing with illnesses, problems with the functioning of their body, or suffering from bouts of depression and other mental health problems, which are all states of less than full health. Gratitude is one of the fastest ways I know to magically begin experiencing the full state of health you are meant to have in your body and mind. All the miracles of healing we see happen are simply the result of full health being restored instantly in the human body, where before there was less than full and perfect health. If you don't think gratitude creates miracles in your health and body, then read some of the thousands of miracle stories on the Secret website, www.thesecret.tv/stories. I'll say that one more time, www.thesecret.tv/stories. Gratitude's magical power increases the natural flow of health to the mind and body and can assist the body in healing more quickly, as countless studies have shown. The magical power of gratitude also works hand in hand with good bodily care, nutrition, and any medical assistance you might have chosen to follow. When there is some kind of sickness or condition in your body, it is understandable that you may have negative feelings about it, like worry, frustration, or fear. But having negative feelings about sickness does not restore health. In fact, it has the opposite effect. It reduces health even more. To increase your health, you need to replace the negative feelings with good feelings, and gratitude is the easiest way to do it. Most people also have critical thoughts and feelings of dissatisfaction about their physical appearance. Unfortunately, these thoughts and feelings also reduce the magical flow of health. When there's something you don't like about your body, you are not being grateful for your body. Think about it. By the law of attraction, complaints about your body bring more problems to complain about. And so complaining about your body or appearance puts your very health at risk. And this is a quote: whoever does not have gratitude for their health and their body, even what he or she has will be taken from him or her. End quote. New quote: whoever has gratitude for their health and their body will be given more, and he or she will have an abundance of health to their body. End quote. You may be sick or unwell now, or even in a lot of pain, but if you are reading these words, you are continuing to receive the gift of health. It can be very difficult to access feelings of gratitude when sick or in pain, but even the smallest bit of gratitude helps increase the magical flow of health to the body. Today's practice, Magic and Miracles in Health, is designed to dramatically increase your health and happiness. And we're going to take a triple pronged approach to accelerate the results. Step one, health you've received. Past. Think about the great health you have received throughout your childhood, adolescence, and adult life. Think about the times when you felt full of energy and you were happy. Recollect, recollect three separate times in your mind when you felt on top of the world. Say the magic words, thank you, and feel sincere gratitude for those times. If you think back to the big moments in your life, you will be able to recollect three separate times very easily. Step two, health you're continuing to receive, present. Think about the health you are continuing to receive today and feel grateful for every organ, system, and physical sense that is currently working well in your body. Think about your arms, legs, hands, eyes, ears, liver, kidney, brain, or heart. Choose five functions of your body that are well, and one by one, mentally say the magic words thank you for each one. Step three, health you want to receive, future. You're going to choose one thing you want to improve about your body for today's magical practice, but you are going to use you are going to use gratitude's magical power for it in a very particular way. Think about the ideal state of what you want to improve. When you give thanks for the ideal state of anything, you have put into motion to receive back that ideal state. Very often, when a person is diagnosed with an illness or disease of some kind, they will not only talk about it a lot, but they will research the disease, gathering information about its possible and worsening symptoms and dreaded outcomes. In other words, they give their entire focus to the disease. However, the law of attraction says that we can't make a problem go away by focusing on it, because focusing on the problem can only make the problem worse. Instead, we should do the exact opposite and focus on the ideal state or the area of our body that is unwell and give our thoughts and feelings to that. Gratitude for the ideal state of any part of your body powerfully uses your thoughts and feelings together so as to magnetize it to us, in one fell swoop. Spend 1 minute in visualizing the scene of yourself with the ideal state of your body that you want. And as you see your body in your mind the way you want it to be grateful for it as though you had received it. So, if you want to magically restore health to your kidneys, be grateful for strong and healthy kidneys that filter and sift out all the waste products from your body. If you want to magically restore health to your blood, be grateful for pure and healthy blood flows oxy- that flows oxygen and nutrients to all parts of your body. If you want to magically restore health to your heart, give thanks for a strong and healthy heart that maintains the well being of every organ in your body. If you want to magically improve your eyesight, then give thanks for excellent vision. If you want to improve your hearing, then give thanks for perfect hearing. If you want more flexibility, then give thanks for a perfectly supple and agile body. If you want to change your weight, first think about the ideal weight that you want to be. Then imagine yourself at that ideal weight and give thanks for it as though you have already received it. Whatever it is that you want to improve, first imagine yourself with the ideal state and then be grateful for the ideal state as though you have received it right now. Quote, natural forces within us are the true healers of disease. That was stated by Hippocrates, circa 460 to circa 370 BC, father of Western medicine. You can follow the magic. Let me start over. You can follow the magic and miracles in health practice every day if you need to. And you can do it multiple times in the day if you really want to accelerate the magical restoration of full health or the improvement of an aspect of your body. But it is vital that whenever you have a negative thought or feeling about the current state of your body or health, that you replace it immediately by visualizing yourself with the ideal state you want and by being truly grateful as though you have already received it. The most effective way to guarantee health, other than taking good care of yourself physically, is to continue to be grateful for your health. All right, so let's go ahead and do the review for magical practice number 16, which is today's practice, magic and miracles in health. Number one, count your blessings. Make a list of 10 blessings, write why you're grateful, reread your list, and at the end of each blessing, say thank you, thank you, thank you, and feel as grateful for that blessing as you can. Number two, recollect 3 separate times throughout your life when you felt on top of the world and give sincere thanks for those times. Number three, think about 5 functions of your body that are well and one by one give thanks for each one. Number four, choose one thing about your body or health you want to improve and spend 1 minute visualizing yourself with the ideal state of your body or health. Then give thanks for this ideal state. And finally, number five, just before you go to sleep tonight, hold your magic rock in one hand and say the magic words, thank you, thank you, thank you. It's thank you one time, but it's nothing wrong with saying it 3 times for the best thing that happened during the day. I'd like to suggest one more. The wish list that you did the other day, if today is 16, if I'm not mistaken, it was day 13. When you went back and looked at your larger wish list and extracted 10, review that every single day, y'all. Review it every single day. Review it 2 times a day. Review it 3 times a day. But you should have that placed somewhere that you can see it every day, and make it a point just to review it. It's easy. It's easy to do, and it will only give more juice and power and magic to your wish list. So, and if I may, just share quickly the one that I'm hoping we can all collectively add to our wish list and put some juice on is gratitude for the swift and peaceful elevation of public health and daily activity. Um, and I'm glad that this chapter spoke to how you don't heal anything by focusing on the illness itself or focusing on the problem itself. You focus your attention on the ideal state. And so that's why I wrote that gratitude in that way. Like I said, it went through a few iterations because it didn't feel right the first time, it didn't feel right the second time. So I had to do it over again a couple times with different principles in mind. One of them being the fact that you don't focus on the problem or the illness, you focus on the ideal state. Um, so we could all make room on our top 10 wish list, um, and collectively focus on that, it would be of great service to all of us. So that's it. That's my contribution for today, family. Enjoy again, share, subscribe, hit the like button, drop me some comments. Um, and in the meantime, in between time, have a magical, amazing, fantastic, wonderful, productive day, family. And I will see y'all tomorrow for day 17. Peace.